Yo, what is popping, everybody? Welcome back to the Fermented Live. um, it's not been a great deal on the channel, to be honest, going off. I just went back to try and check the video for this to find out what the percentage is, and I've not even uploaded the bottling video, apparently. So that's on the cards for tomorrow evening, so it should be ready probably Monday. Probably finalize it all Monday. And get it sorted. So this is the Clone a Welshman. And it's meant to be a Welsh red ale. I tried to clone a beer called Cwtch, spelt Cwtch, by a Welsh brewery called Tiny Rebel, who were nice enough to send me some beers, actually, when I was talking to them last. So, yeah, they sent me a couple of Club Tropica, which is a really nice beer. It's like a tropical IPA. But we're going to do a carbonation test anyway. Double check that this has actually got some bubbles in it. And it's not just flat as a pancake. That's a good sign. Now, I don't overly carbonate my beers anyway. I only put half a teaspoon into carbonate because I don't like the extra fizz. It just gasses me out. So with my homebrew, I kind of just, put it in a half the amount that you normally would. Now, as nice as that is, it doesn't taste like Cwtch. I did have a look on their website to see whether they had any, but they didn't have any in stock. Whether they've stopped brewing it or something like that, I'm not sure. I should probably have to message them and see what they say. What's up, Jeremy? Play song. I don't know what you mean, dude. What do you mean by play song? But yeah, it's not too bad. It's probably darker than expected as well. But again, I did have a bit of a kerfuffle. Play some songs. I don't play music, mate. No. What's up, Miller? Yeah, so I had a bit of a kerfuffle with the grain mix of this. I put together the recipe. I sent it off to the chap at Brew Day Supplies, which is where I buy all my grain from. And there was grain missing. Hello, Miller. How you doing? So I'm not sure whether he screwed up or whether it's the actual recipe that I created myself. Now, trying to look through it, I can't see through it to see it be red. So yeah, it's a bit darker. I mean, as a standalone beer, it's quite nice. It's malty. It's got kind of like a roasted malty flavor to it. It's 5%, so it's not too strong. It's on the stronger end of like a more commercial kind of beer, but all in all, it's pretty tasty. But it doesn't taste like Cwtch. Which is a little bit sad, really, because I was expecting great things from it. Carbonation is good. It sort of reminds me of a bit like a stout, but it's not supposed to be a stout, so it's a bit of an odd one. It's meant to be a red ale. Now, again, there was 400 grams of grain missing from the recipe, So I don't, like I say, I'm not sure what I got in there, but it's made a beer that's drinkable. I'd quite happily drink some of them. But unfortunately, it's not what I had anticipated. But that's it, isn't it? You can't flip and win them all the time. You just got to keep trying and have a go. Now, I might try the recipe again. I might order the grain from somewhere else with the same recipe. It's a bit of a pickle, really, to say the least. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm on the right flipping channel here. I sure hope I am. I've got a couple of channels, you see, and I didn't really double check. I must have been, because I was actually checking something on there beforehand. But yeah, it wasn't a great success. It's produced a beer that is drinkable, which is nice. I definitely, if I'd have ordered this thinking it was a darker beer, I wouldn't send it back. No, it's all right. It's just, again, it's not what I anticipated it to be. It's not what I expected as well. And again, carbonation's good. Taste is good. It's extremely malty, like really, really malty. What's up, Manon Fan? How you doing? What's up, Saul? Hello, Vanna. Mate, are you Scottish? No, Welsh. So still Celtic, but not Scottish. I'm half Welsh. Yeah, it's okay. It's not. I'm a bit disappointed, honestly, because it's a lot darker than it should be. How long have you grown your beard? Crikey me. Hey, Bean. Bean. What year did we do that shave? Okay. So a long time. I'd probably say 3 years, maybe 2 years, maybe. I'm not sure. What's up, Agenty One? What's your favorite football team? I don't have one. I don't like football. It is not a sport. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll watch England play, but I'll watch Wales play. But that's about it. That's about as much as it gets from me. It's not really a sport that I'm into. I like watching mountain biking, and rugby. I like watching rugby. Rugby is pretty cool. But out of all of them, it's pardon me, not really into football or soccer. If you're American, how old are you? I am 41. 41 years of age. But unfortunately, I tried being an adult and I didn't like it. So I have reverted back to being an immature git. It's beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Manon. I do take pride in it. I wash it regularly, at least once a month. And I use beard oil in there as well, which keeps it nice and nourished. Good beard oil, and you can't go wrong. Very dark, very malty. It reminds me of a beer that I've drank before, but I couldn't tell you what it was. Damn, you're old. Cheers, dude. Nice one, mate. I'm probably about halfway through my life, and I've only just realized at this point that nothing really matters apart from having fun and spending the time that you've got left, because we've all got a limited amount of time on Earth. So I say go do it. Go do that thing you want to do. I say go do that thing that you thought about doing and you never got round to doing, and you put it off and then put it off and put it off and put it off. I say you just go do it. Gunners or Spurs? I don't even know what that is, but I'm assuming it's football. No, I don't follow football, mate. Not a fan of a load of overpaid pricks kicking a bag of air around. The amount of money they get paid is insane, isn't it? It is insane. Another reason why I can't abide it. But everyone's each to their own. Everyone's got their own passions and hobbies and things like that. Oh right, Gunners is Arsenal and Spurs is Tottenham. Oh okay. Oh yeah, Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah, crikey me, that brings back some memory. Collecting football stickers when I was younger. Premier League football stickers. Bloody hell, Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah. Maybe I am old. You look 67. And you know what? This 67-year-old still rocks out, still jumps about, still walks a minimum of 5 miles a day. And, just living life. Cheers to you, Saul. You cheered me up, mate. You made me laugh. And that's another thing. Laughter. Laughter is paramount. We all need laughter in our lives, man. People get too hung up on the doom scrolling of the internet and stuff like that, man. Just don't forget to live your life, because a lot of people, they forget to actually live their life, and then they turn around and it's like, oh well, I did have all these plans to do, and then they're at retirement age and it's like, right, well, I've retired now, so let's go do them. It's like, well, you can't climb the mountain anymore because you're crooked. You're a pensioner, so you're crooked. You just gotta, go do it, man. Go do it. And if you're interested in home brewing, just do it. Try it. Go and homebrew. It's really easy. It's not as it doesn't need to be expensive. It can be expensive if you go for all the flash stuff, like all the electrical kit. Like I literally use a massive big pan on my cooker and a massive big bag, like a what do you call it? Like a mesh bag to hold the grain in. And yeah, that's how I do it. You can buy things called liquid malt extract kits as well. Pardon me. And that's another good way. Sigma toilet. I have no idea what that means, dude. You got to remember, mate, I'm 67. I don't understand these things. No, so homebrewing is it's a very small market. It's not for everybody. Some people do it, some people don't. I think once you do it and then you taste your first beverage, if it's a decent beverage, you will then continue to carry on. One of the easiest things to actually start you off with homebrewing is mead, which is honey wine. It's literally honey, water, yeast, mix it together, and you wait 2 weeks, you've got mead. Simple as that. How do you not know? I don't know. Maybe I don't watch TikTok and all the other bollocks things that are on the flipping internet. I live a very comfortable bubble life where, things that don't interest me do not become a part of my life. I used to upload to TikTok I used to upload to Instagram, but I just stopped because it's just tripe on there. Just absolute tripe. People chatting shit. I found the YouTube community's so much better, regardless of what it is you're doing. I'm assuming that says if you're 41. Sigma toilet. No, not a clue, dude. Not a clue, nor a care. It really does remind me of something I've had. It almost tastes like a stout, to be honest. Almost. But it's not meant to be a stout, which is annoying. But, you know, such is life. What's up, Merkaz? What's up, Love Shack? Bobcat, how you doing? Just sampling a beer that I tried to clone a different beer. A beer made by a brewery called Tiny Rebel. Shout out Merkaz. There you go, mate. I don't know how you do your surname, dude. I'm going to say it's the D is silent and Jibawi. Merkaz. Merzak Jabawi. Shout out you, brother. What's up, free guy? How you doing? Have you come to join into the sampling of some homebrew? Which is okay. It's 5%. It tastes okay. It's definitely not what I'd expected. For the recipe that I put together, it certainly shouldn't be as dark as that. I should be able to see through it. Now, it is red now that most of it is gone. But I think I went a little bit too heavy on the roasted malts. Now, what I should have done while getting this and testing it is actually got the recipe out. Let me see if it's in the box. Wherever the box may be. I don't even know where the box is. Right, so no, I can't show it here because I don't know where the flipping box that holds all the recipes in is. People just move things and then don't put them back. Is it down there? Nope, nada. So, yeah, it's going to be fun trying to find that. No problem, Merkaz. Damn, dude, that's older than me. What does it bloody remind me of? It's actually annoying me now. It's definitely some sort of stout or something, or a porter maybe, but it's not sweet enough to be a porter. Although they do keep finishing quite high as well. They keep finishing around the 1.020 mark, which is a bit too high. And it doesn't seem to matter what yeast I use as well. So I'm not quite sure why. It must be the brewing method. It must be something to do with the way that I brew it. But I don't use any really sophisticated kit. The most sophisticated thing that I've got is something called a tilt hydrometer, which is something that measures the gravity of the wort as it ferments. So wort is what we call beer before it's fermented. That's the sugary liquid that you get from the grain. Pardon me. And the hydrometer, it's digital, it sits in it and it tilts to the side. And as it as it actually ferments and the sugar becomes less and less and less, the hydrometer moves to the side like that. Um, now a zombie. Well, it's better to be a zombie than to not be at all, mate. I'd quite happily be a zombie as long as I could drink a couple of beers as well. That is very, very important. But only at the weekend. We only drink the beers at the weekend. And we certainly make up for not having any during the week. During the week, yeah. But yeah, once this is gone, that's going to be the end of the live. It was literally just to make sure that it's carbonated. It's then going to go into another room of the house, which is a little bit cooler. It's going to sit there for 3 weeks. And are you talking about hydrometers? Yes, I was, mate. Yeah. I was talking about hydrometers, a digital hydrometer. So I've got one that's called a tilt. It sits in the actual wort and it gives you information in real time. Tilt hydrometer. They're a California company. I've only got one because I won it. I certainly wouldn't pay £100 for one because they're just that's just crazy money for something, like an analog one you could pick up for like 12 quid or probably less. But the digital one is good to the point where it tells you can literally load the app and it will tell you what the gravity of your beer is. So in that way, it's good because you get an insight without having to open it all the flipping time. But the battery died on it, and I've got a video coming up of me actually showing people how to open it up. I'm still alive. Flipping hell. Temp is down to 374 from 38. Yeah, that's bad, dude. Well, I'm glad you're all right, Rife. It's not good when you get on well, mate. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, not beer, not mead. Get some flipping water down here. You've been told, man. Fab. I'm learning about them just now. Okay. So yeah, hydrometers are pretty simple. Well, I say it's simple, but it's a pretty standard bit of kit for homebrewing. It measures the gravity of things, or what it actually does is it measures the density of water. So the more things that are dissolved into a solution, it makes it more dense. You wouldn't think so. So if you put loads of sugar in water and then mixed it all up, you wouldn't think that it had made it any dense. You wouldn't be able to visually see that it was any denser, but it will be because obviously the sugar's dissolved into it, which makes it, let's say, thicker as well, sort of. And then as that goes down, so yeah, dude, check out a digital hydrometer called a tilt. You can get cheaper versions of it, but they pretty much stole the idea from tilt. I think the other one's called an eye spindle. Now I've never used one, but I have heard that they work pretty much the same as a tilt hydrometer. Pardon me, and they're a fraction of the price. The tilt one's spelled TILT. I don't know what the software is for the eye spindle. Don't know what it looks like. I don't know what the spreadsheet shows you or anything like that, unfortunately. But yeah, I've gone through so many normal hydrometers because they're just so brittle. You drop that thing once and it is gone, mate. It's gone. Gone. Possibly, dude. Dude says, is it like a displacement counter? I don't know. Rife, do you know what a displacement counter is, dude? It uses the thickness to determine the texture. No, I wouldn't say texture. It measures density. So how I want to say how thick a liquid is. because the more that's dissolved into it, obviously, let's say stronger the liquid becomes, and then as it ferments, it takes away, and then the tilt hydrometer literally sits in the water or the wort and tilts, and then as it goes to uh, as the sugar is then fermented, the tilt changes its angle because it becomes less dense, it's less buoyant. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Um, they are good, but they're expensive for what they are, man. As the weight of the liquid lowers from the ethanol, the heavy end changes the angle which it measures. Yeah. I mean, I would recommend if anyone's got a spare 100 odd quid and they are a home brewer, I would recommend the tilt hydrometer. Now, I won mine on a competition. That's the only bloody reason why I've got one. And what's the other thing you can use? A refractometer? A ref I'm sure there's something else. Rife, you'll know. What's the other thing called that people use that isn't a hydrometer? Is it a refractometer? I don't flipping know, you know. I'm sure you can Google it quicker than me, Rife. It's used to determine the thickness of concrete. It's the system drum in the cement trucks. No, so it's not like that. No. What it does is it measures the gravity. So at a certain point, so with a hydrometer, right? If you put a hydrometer into just plain water, it'll bob around at the 1.000 mark because that's the density of water. That's it. Refractometer. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one, dude. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. And if you then add loads of sugar to that and then put the same hydrometer back into it, it's then going to be higher because the liquid becomes more dense because it's got more inside it. Although it's dissolved, it's sort of. I'm finding it really hard to explain how it works, but it works with more things in it. So, for example, you get a bucket of water, you throw in loads of water, you add loads of sugar in, you mix it all up, you take a reading, right, on your hydrometer. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. There's a piece of my mustache that keeps tickling me, flipping nostril hairs, and it's pissing me off. There's yeah. So say for example, you get a bucket of water, you lob a load of sugar in, you mix it all up, you dissolve all the sugar into the water. You then take a hydrometer reading with a test tube and a hydrometer. You then say the reading comes out at 1.080. So there's 80 points of fermentables in there, right? So then you go add yeast. The yeast then consumes the sugar. So where it was bobbing up quite high, as the sugar content depletes, the hydrometer reading goes down, 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 down. And then there's a calculation you do. I don't know what it is. I use an app for the calculator. And then you literally punch in the first part of it and then the second part of it, like the first reading, second reading, and it tells you how much alcohol's in there. It's some sort of an equation. I've used the option of heating the liquid to be evaporated point for the ethanol to measure how much is lost. But that is good for higher ABV. Is that what the refractometer does, dude? The heavier the boat, the deeper it sits. But if you put it in a channel or cabana, it sits higher due to water density. Yeah. Sorry for asking questions. Dude, never be sorry for asking questions. There are no stupid questions. There's only people that crave understanding. Now, if I don't know something, even if it sounds stupid, I will ask the bloody question. I'm like, excuse me, what's this? Even if it's something that, people like, everyone should know. If I don't know, I'll put my hand up, mate. I'll be like, excuse me, rewind. What is it you're doing? Questions further that I'm still reading books. What, on home brewing, I suppose? Yeah. Okay. Sweet as. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Goon Pool? Cool picture. Deadpool's rocks, by the way. Normally I see fake gangsters on here, but I see this guy and it's peak means good, by the way. Do you know what? I actually know that because the other day my children said it and I was like, well, what? Wait. I was like, wait, hold up. What was that? What does this mean? What's this new word? Or this? I know what peak is, but yeah, yeah, nice one, dude. Absolutely fantastic. No, the loss of evaporation in the measured cylinder identifies what percentage was ethanol. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never used a refractometer, to be fair. It's I've always just used a hydrometer. And I think it's a bit more simple, isn't it? And I think probably cheaper. I always try and do things as cheap as possible, which is why I still brew in a giant big pan, and on the hob. Do it boil in a bag is the way that I do it. I ferment with cheap honey, and then add more expensive honey if I want that certain flavor. That isn't a refractometer, as the refractometer can't accurately measure final gravity. Okay. Well, glad I don't use one then. I mean, even the digital hydrometer, the tilt, even sometimes that gives a different reading to what the analog one does. So I always back it up with the analog because, like, say for example, I opened this beer and the digital one said that it was 1.017, but it was actually by the analog 1.020, which gives us a beer of 5%. Now, like I say, there is an equation you can do, but my maths is shite. If I tried an equation right now, my bloody head would explode. Well, it's been fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Rife, speedy recovery, mate. I really hope you're feeling better soon. It's not the one when you're feeling shite, mate. Analog also needs to be adjusted to the temperature of the liquid. No, I don't even do that, mate. I literally don't do that. I know you probably should, and I know that I think the difference. I think it's minimal. I think it's not even a bother. Uh, but I am learning the effects of the hydrometer analysis tests for soil. Okay. How? Which brings me to my next question. What? How are you using a hydrometer to measure soil or test soil? I'm interested. Like what? What in the hell? I will wait for your response, and then I'm going to go. That is interesting. It's just, I mean, how would you use a hydrometer? Yeah, I don't think there's much in it though, dude. Is there? In the difference between a couple of degrees here and a couple of degrees there. Okay, weird. It's nuts. Yeah, but for testing aggregates or sand for silt and clay content. So the silt and clay would possibly add more gravity if it's dissolved into whatever it is that you're using as a like the medium, the liquid. So I sort of understand now, I think, but yeah, I still don't understand measuring. I'm gonna go dig some soil out of the back garden and stick it in a hydrometer, see what happens. Measure the gravity of my soil. It's sort of interesting, but are you doing this for like studies then, dude? Like some sort of college or university thing or something? It's interesting anyway. It sounds absolutely bonkers, mate. Yeah, but sweet. Right, the beer's gone, ladies and gentlemen. That is the time for me to vamoose. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you soon. I'm going to get that video uploaded. It's just totally slipped my mind. But you know, that's life, innit? I upload when I can and when I can be asked. It's mainly used for slump cone or air density of soil. No idea, man. Bonkers. Right. We all take it easy, and I'll see you all soon. Rife, get better soon, mate. I wish you well within the next hour, brother. Fingers crossed. Take it easy, guys. See you in a bit. It's a biking method. Building. Okay. Building method. Okay. So you're testing it for the cement, the concrete. Is that to make it better then? Make it more of a better product? Mm. Right. Anyway, I'm out. I've got to put the kids to bed. You guys take it easy. Rife, get better. I'll catch you all later.